Alright guys, I'm going to be teaching you how to essentially record in 120 FPS on console with just a capture card. And depending on your capture card, 60 to 120 FPS. If your capture card records in 60 FPS, you will get 120 FPS out of this method. And if your capture card records in only 30, you're going to get 60 FPS out of this method. So what you're going to need to do is go into Theater. And you're going to need a clip that is the full entire gameplay and not just a clip. So if you're going to want to do this, you're going to have to save the gameplay or the clip as the entire gameplay in Theater instead of just a recorded clip. You know, when you press X and record a clip, you can't do that because there's it won't let you slow down the clip. So right now I'm just finding where the clip is, and it's closer to the end, so it may take a little bit. But depending on what program you use, you can use this in a lot of different ways. Theater in this game just has a lot of different things you can do with it outside of just recording demos, you know, recording pre-saved demos. And this is a very old gameplay. This is the only thing that I have the entire gameplay saved on. And I know I used this clip in my very first mini. This is actually the very first actual clip that I hit in this game, so I think that was kind of cool. Okay, so now I found where the clip is. What you're gonna want to do is go to Theater button layout and select Bad Bot. And what that's gonna let you do is slow it down precisely instead of. Normally when you slow down a clip, you have to like hold down the trigger, and with a mouse you can't do that because it clicks down automatically all the way, how mine works with the Zim. So what you're going to do is go down on the D-pad once you have Bad Bot selected, and that's going to slow down your speed, and slow it down to 0.5, which is half speed. And then you're going to do left trigger, I believe, and go to a section right before your clip starts. And hit record, and then you're gonna play the clip. And I'm playing the clip right now. Okay, so it's gonna record your clip in half speed, and it is going to obviously take a little bit longer than normal. And for this, you're gonna either, if you want audio synced up with the clip, you're gonna have to record it over in normal speed. But if you're gonna add in your own gunshots or gun sounds, just leave it as is and then add those in later. So anyway, now we're going to hop into Sony Vegas, and I'll show you guys what to do after this. Okay, so now you're going to open up the editing program that you're going to use. And I'm just going to use Sony Vegas because for me it's pretty simple, and I'm not as well acquainted with After Effects at this point in time. So right now I'm going to import. I never import just straight on. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go what I normally do. And just drag a clip in. So here is the clip. Probably going to be pretty laggy because I'm recording with Fraps. Do all your normal stuff. Disable resample. It's so laggy recording with Fraps. Okay, yeah, that is mighty laggy. But we can deal with it. So right now, when you watch your clip, I'm just going to RAM preview. Oh my god. Oh, Fraps. Well, anyway, it's slow. You get it. Okay, so how do you fix that? What you're gonna do is right click on the clip, the video clip. If you click on the audio, it's gonna be different. And I'll get into like render settings, and I did a video with my render settings a long time ago. And they're just as high as quality as you're going to get pretty much, but so make sure disable resample is checked, and playback rate, you're just going to change that to 2. So now you're going to get the clip playing twice, and just cut it down to that first part, and now you have your clip. It's going to be really laggy. Because I am recording with Fraps and it takes up a crap ton of CPU. Alright, just RAM preview, come on. I've been having trouble with it not wanting to RAM preview lately. Alright, there we go. It's probably not going to RAM preview much yet.
Friendly you.
But
Friendly you.
anyway, that's normal speed. So now you have it at normal speed, but the audio, I'll just let you guys listen to the audio real quick.
Friendly UAV inbound.
See, it couldn't really speed up the audio, so what you can do, I guess, is drag it back here, ungroup the audio. It's going to sound weird, believe me. Drag back the audio and lock that. That's going to be hard. Oh, I'm cutting, aren't I? Control, click, and shrink that to about half. It's going to be weird. I'm just showing you guys why it's going to, or what it's going to be like.
Friendly UAV inbound.
See, it's a little derpy, as you can tell. So typically you just want to delete the audio, just ungroup the audio from the video, and you would typically add in gun sounds separately, or you can go in and record the audio separately from the video. You can record it in normal speed and record it in half speed, and then once you get this video at normal speed, you just sync in the audio with it, which honestly is kind of hard because it's not 100% perfect exact speed, because theater or these demo recordings just aren't, you know, they're never perfect. Never, ever. So remember, you have to have the entire
Avast virus database has been updated.
You have to have the entire game saved instead of just a clip. If you record just a clip within theater inside of theater, if you record just a clip and save it, you're not going to get any free spectating options, or you're not going to get any, I don't think you get any slow motion options. So that's what it allows you to do, and I can just go ahead and render this out with my usual render settings. I'll put this at the end of the video just to show you guys how normal it looks, but then again, you know, it's theater. It's never going to look 100% completely normal, but still, you know, pretty much it's just going to be exactly how it should be. Now, when you're rendering, set it to 120 frames per second on your frame rate. I'm using ABC/AAC MP4 codec, and it usually looks pretty good. The higher you set this, the higher the bit rate's going to be. And I usually have it about 20 on my videos normally. I usually just go in and change it. But so when you set it to 120, you're going to get 120 frames per second. So playback on your computer is not going to be, well, normal. It's going to be very skippy and laggy. And so here's the thing. If you're gonna use this in Vegas, so if you're gonna use these clips and make a montage or whatever in Vegas, I don't suggest doing this. I suggest keeping it at the slower pace. I suggest keeping it, oh, here we go. Derp. I suggest keeping it back at 1 and, what is it? I think it's split in half, right? Yeah. And I suggest keeping it at 1 and just rendering out in 60 and using that clip later, because in Sony Vegas you can only slow clips down to a certain point, and in After Effects you can slow them down pretty much as slow as you want. But the problem is, at the same time, in Vegas, if you want to speed it up quite a bit, you're going to have problems because it's slow, and when you try to speed it up as fast as Vegas will let you go, it's going to then again be half as fast as you want it to be. So I'm sure you could get an effect or something, some other way of speeding it up extremely fast, but that's just what I'm saying. So if you're going to use it in After Effects, definitely render it out in 120 frames per second, because that is 120 frames that you've recorded. And if I go ahead and do some slow motion on this, let me set the playback rate back again. If you go ahead and do some slow motion on this, it's going to look rather beautiful. I will slow-mo down this bolt pull right here, just to show you guys real quick. I lost where I was at. Just to slow that down. And if I am able to render out some of this, it will look mighty beautiful. And again, if your capture card only records in 30 frames per second, look how slow that is. It might be a little bit laggy because I stretched it out as far as it goes. But at the same time, that's like Twixtor slow, you know. And if you add Twixtor to this, if you get the settings right in Vegas, you can get Twixtor to look pretty good. Still not as good as After Effects, but it's still very, very nice. But if I slowed it down to what I would normally do, about there, because after a certain point of you stretching it out, it's gonna be kind of laggy. And that looks nice, you know. Let's scope in. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this tutorial, leave a like, and if you guys somehow didn't like this tutorial or found something wrong with it, I don't know why you would, because I have seen, I've really never seen anybody do this, and that's most likely because Theater doesn't look very good. But I think in this game, I think Black Ops and Black Ops 2 had a lot more features within Theater, more than Modern Warfare 3, but it's just, I feel like the Treyarch Theater is a lot less reliable. I feel like Infinity Ward's Theater would record pretty much every game spot on, but this, I don't know, I feel like it's a lot less reliable. It would record half of games, but there's just so many more options you can do within the demos. I just think it's a lot more versatile. And but anyway, guys, if you I already said a lot of crap. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye.